What up, though, YouTube? It's your boy Ode reporting to you live from Clue Network, the City Life Urban Entertainment for those who don't know. And up next, y'all, we got this series called The Curse of Cash Money Records. And in this series, we're going to talk about past and present artists on the label and how it was a lot of misfortune on the label. We're also going to talk about the deaths, the murders, and just the all-in-all hardship of the artists on the label, from singers to rappers. With that being said, let's get into it, y'all. This The Curse of Cash Money. And up first, we got Mr. Edgar Givens, a.k.a. Pimp Daddy. Pimp Daddy was a bounce-slash-gangster rapper from New Orleans. He also had early influence on Lil Wayne, who went by the early name of Shrimp Daddy. Shortly after releasing his first album on Cash Money, on April 18, 1994, Pimp Daddy was shot in the now demolished Florida projects by a relative of a supposed girlfriend. Rumors abound about his demise, most of which point at Pimp's supposed infidelities and fellow bounce star Cheeky Black claiming to have birthed his child, and also domestic disputes. Pimp Daddy was shot down shortly after releasing his first album with Cash Money. It is said that he died homeless and that he used to stay from house to house by his girlfriends. He was 18 years old at the time of his death. Rest in peace to Pimp Daddy, Cash Money Records. Now up second, we got the actual first signee to Cash Money Records, and his name was Robert L. Johnson Jr., also known as Kilo G. Now Kilo G got his name from the Eazy-E song Boys in the Hood. And he actually signed to Cash Money at the age of 15 years old. Kilo G didn't have the typical New Orleans bounce style of rap. He had more of a hardcore, horrorcore type of sound to him. Kilo G dropped his first album in 1992 called Sleepwalker with Cash Money. He went on to drop This Bloody City in 1995, also with Cash Money. By the age of 18, he had features with the likes of UGK. His label mates UNLV, which consisted of Tech Nine, Yellow Boy, Lil Ya, and also Miss T, Cash Money's first lady. On January 15, 1997, at the age of 20, Kilo G was gunned down in Algiers in the De Gaulle Manor housing project. Rest in peace to Kilo G, Cash Money Records. Up next, we got Albert Thomas, a.k.a. Yellow Boy. Now, Yellow Boy was part of the group UNLV. That's short for Uptown Niggas Living Violent, and they were a group signed to Cash Money in the mid to late 90s. Now, it's been said over time again, that Yellow Boy and them were constantly having issues with Baby and them over money problems and royalties. It's even said that Yellow Boy went as far as to shoot up Baby's house and car, and they also had a one-on-one fight where Yellow put hands on Baby. Shortly after, on April 5th, 1997, Yellow was shot and killed while sitting in his car in New Orleans. It was said to be a drug deal going wrong. Yellow Boy was 22 years old at the time of his death. Just like his former label mate Kilo G, who was murdered earlier that year, neither murder has ever been solved. Rest in peace to Yellow Boy, Cash Money Records. It's not much said on the matter, but also there's the fact of Reginald Rabbit McDonald, which was Lil Wayne's stepfather, and it's saying that he had a tug-of-war with Baby over Lil Wayne from 1993 up until 1996, where he was shot and killed. He was shot 7 times in New Orleans. Rest in peace, Reggie McDonald.
I had already pulled Wayne, but his daddy had pulled him back. You know what I'm saying? I guess he wanted to do his own thing with it. You know what I'm saying? But when Wayne lost his daddy, you know what I'm saying? That's how he ended up coming back.
The day my pop, Reginald McDonald, the day he passed in 96, Stunner picked me up that same day. The same day, I got in the car, I had a little look on my face. He said his exact words was, "Look like you just lost your father. What's wrong?" I mean,
how old were you?
I was, what that was, 14.
14. Were you close with your pops?
Yeah. But you know, Stunner was always there too. I mean,
You know
so
him
it's
since
so-
you were how old?
I knew Stunner. I met Stunner when I was 11, May 1993, May 13th, Friday the 13th, 1993.
Did you know his pops?
But he just stayed in touch, you hear me? He just kept a line, and we just was talking. He was so young.
Then after that, you got BG Derrick, aka Bulletproof. His real name was Derrick Williams, and he is the real nephew of Ronald and Brian Williams, aka Baby and Slim, the CEOs of Cash Money Records. Now, Derrick is said to be the fifth hot boy, and he was voted out the group. Some say because the influence he had over the other rappers. Some say it was because he bullied other rappers in the group, the Hot Boys. There was also a rumor floating around that he had stolen from Baby. Not said what was stolen, but it was just a rumor that was floating around. BG Derrick was shot and killed on Halloween 2002. He was gunned down in New Orleans at the age of 21. Rest in peace to BG Derrick, fifth hot boy, Cash Money Records. Then you got Mr. Ivan. Now Mr. Ivan, like Yellow Boy, also had money disputes, royalty problems with Cash Money Records. Mr. Ivan wasn't murdered though. Mr. Ivan was born September 7, 1973, and he died on December 19, 2007 at the age of 34. His cause of death was AIDS, and it's said that he caught AIDS from sharing dirty needles, shooting heroin. Rest in peace to Mr. Ivan, veteran, Cash Money Records. Then after that, you got Renetta Yamika Low Bridgewater, born September 30th, 1982, also known as Magnolia Shorty. Magnolia and Miss T were the first ladies signed to Cash Money. Magnolia Shorty was known for her hit Monkey on the D. Magnolia Slim was personally discovered by Birdman, and she received her name from Soulja Slim, the New Orleans legend in the rap game. She has collaborated with many Cash Money artists like Juvenile and the Hot Boys. She has been sampled by people like Chris Brown and Drake. She was also collaborating and working on her second album on Cash Money / Young Money label in 2010. Magnolia Shorty was killed December 20th, 2010 at her apartment. December 20th, 2010 at her apartment in the New Orleans East neighborhood of Edge Lake. It is said when she pulled in through the gate, another car came in behind her car and circled around her and blocked her in. Two men got out of the car and started shooting through the window. She was hit with 26 bullets and was killed in the car with her boyfriend Jerome Hampton in a double homicide. Rest in peace to Magnolia Shorty, Cash Money Records. Also RIP to Miss Tina Marie, who passed away on December 26, 2010 at age 54. She was a former signee of Cash Money Records too. RIP Miss Tina Marie. Then we got up next, Alvin Stone Nelson, aka Killer Stone. Killer Stone was from uptown New Orleans. He was well known in New Orleans, you know, and he had a group called the D-Boys, and he also was a part of the Big Timers part of Cash Money. Stone was said to be a money man for Cash Money also, and they said that him and his partner Lack also wrote the hit Still Fly by the Big Timers. Killer Stone ran with Hot Boy Terrence Gangsta Williams at one point in time. They even had their tussles, leading to him shooting Terrence Gangsta Williams before, which is spoke about on this channel on YouTube. Killer Stone was loved by many like Juvie, Lil Wayne, Mac 10, T.I., just to name a few. Regardless to one of his baby mothers coming out and saying that he died of AIDS in prison, it is related and said that Killer Stone actually died of nitro cough. It is said that Killer Stone also had money disputes after penning the hit Still Fly with Cash Money Records, which would cause him to leave the label in 2004, and he started his own D-Boys Entertainment in 2009. Killer Stone passed away January 28, 2013 in prison at the age of 38 years old. RIP Killer Stone. Then you got Cash Money Vamp. Clarence Wilson, aka Cash Money Vamp. He is said to be the cousin of Brian and Ronald Williams, the CEOs of Cash Money Records. Vamp was like a promoter for Cash Money Records. Vant was murdered on May 25, 2014 in his hometown of New Orleans after returning from a vacation in Georgia. R.I.P. Cash Money Vant. Okay, then we got Desmond Jerome, aka B.T.Y. Youngin. B.T.Y. Youngin was murdered in New Orleans at age 27. His death date was 4/29/2017. R.I.P. B.T.Y. Youngin, and he was signed to Rich Gang Records. Theodore Joseph Jones, aka Young Greatness, born 1984, September 19th, from New Orleans. Young Greatness was an artist signed to Cash Money Records. Young Greatness was killed outside a Waffle House in New Orleans at the age of 34 on October 29, 2018. Rest in peace to Young Greatness. So with all the contractual disputes, money disputes, with countless artists on the label from Juvenile and BG to Lil Wayne present day, all the way back to the early 90s when Cash Money first started. Is this a coincidence or curse? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. I mean, even with the drugs, you know, from BG, Turk, at a young age, Juvenile to heroin, Baby got songs like I Need a Bag of Dope to the Beast with No Limit, Big Boy Records, Sporty T. All in all, Cash Money has stood the test of time, weathered the storm. That's the curse of Cash Money. It's your boy O'Day reporting to you from Clue Network. That's City Life Urban Entertainment for those who don't know. And I'm out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Peace.